good, everybody? How y'all doing? So we're back with another video, and today we're going to be kind of looking at like conspiracy theories again, kind of like last time, but we're going to be looking at a different one. So today we're going to be going over the Mandela effect. So basically, the Mandela effect, it coined its name from Nelson Mandela, who was a South African president, and a lot of people remember him dying in prison in the 1980s. And there's a lot of people that remembered him dying then, but it turns out that he actually died in 2013. And when people found out that he died in 2013, everyone was like, whoa, wait a minute, because they could have sworn that he died in the 80s. So this is kind of where the Mandela effect got its name from. What it means nowadays is that there has been events that a big group of people will remember it being one way, and when you look at it, it turns out that it's actually never been that way at all. And it's kind of weird because a big group of people will remember something being different than how it really is. So I took some examples, some of the most common ones that people are familiar with. I'm going to show you guys two pictures, okay, of a product or brand name or something, and I want to see which one you guys personally remember it being. And then after there's a few seconds where you guys are looking at it, then I will show you which one is the real accurate one. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So first we got Looney Tunes. I want you guys to look at this picture, okay, and tell me which one you remember it being. So, which one do you guys remember it being? Because I know which one I remember it being, but I want you guys to go ahead and pick, and then we can go over it. So, it's Tunes. Tunes sound like that. Now, I remember it being spelled Tunes, like cartoons, you know what I mean? Like Looney Tunes, like small little cartoons or whatever, right? I could have sworn to you that it was Looney Tunes with O's and not Tunes. Do you guys remember it that way? Let me know. Let me know, because I have a bunch of these, okay? So if this one doesn't do it for you, stick around, and we're going to go through all these. At the end of the video, I'm going to kind of explain what I think the Mandela effect is, or why there is these big groups of people who remember things differently, okay? So let's continue. Next one. This one, when I found out about this one, this one made me very uncomfortable because I grew up on these books. You know, the family of bears? Out of these pictures, which one do you think it is? Because I remember it being the Berenstain Bears, but it turns out it's the Berenstain Bears. It's been a stain, what, like a stain in the carpet or something? Nah, I don't ever remember that being it. Ever. I remember it being Steen. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it just me? Because I had a collection of these books, I swear, and I remember I thought it was Steen, at least. That's what I thought. Okay. But anyways, let's go to the next one. Okay, so this one, another one from my childhood, because I used to remember when I would watch TV, and like, you know how you can like pull up what's like on the channels and like scroll to see what you want to watch, right? On like the old cable boxes. I don't have cable anymore, but when I did, I do remember seeing this show. I'm going to put it up here. I remember seeing this when I would be scrolling through the channels. I remember, personally, it being Sex in the City. Because I was a little kid and I was like, ooh, Sex in the City, and I would never watch it because I thought it was like some weird stuff, right? That's what I remember it being. It turns out it's Sex and the City. And the City. But I could have sworn that it was in the city. You know what I mean? Sex in the City. That's how I remember it from being a little kid and scrolling through. I have a vivid memory of me scrolling through the channels and seeing that channel and never clicking on it because I was afraid I would get in trouble for it. I remember it so well, and it was Sex in the City. Alright, next one. Febreze. Stanky bathroom, spray some Febreze in there, you know, freshen it up maybe. How was it spelled? Here are the options. Okay, now how was it spelled? Actually that. No. With one E, there's not actually two E's. I could have sworn there was two E's. This just looks weird. It just looks weird. Febreze with one E, it looks weird. It's not. It's like Febreze with one E. It's not Febreze. You know, there's definitely that two E sound. I think it was two E's. The Monopoly Man. You guys played Monopoly. I hope you've played Monopoly at least once. But I want you guys to think. Think of what the Monopoly Man looked like. Describe him. Describe his entire everything that he was wearing. Right. Most of you probably said that he had a monocle, because you think he probably looks like this, right? But it turns out that he's actually never had a monocle. I don't know. I didn't play Monopoly crazy. I was not crazy about Monopoly, but when I first discovered this, I thought that he did have a monocle. Like if someone asked me to describe him, I would describe him as having a monocle. It's just what I thought I knew. You know what I mean, type of thing. But I want to know what you guys think. Are any of these, you guys remember them being the way that I remember them being too, or is it just me? Okay, so everybody remembers Pikachu, right? I'm pretty sure he's the most common Pokemon that there is. So think about Pikachu for a little bit. What does Pikachu look like? I remember Pikachu. Everybody remembers Pikachu, right? But tell me what he looked like. Alright, I'm gonna pop him up here. Which Pikachu is the real Pikachu? Okay, because there's only one that's right. But if you thought the one with the black stripe on his tail was the right Pikachu, you're wrong. Apparently he never had black on his tail at all, ever. Weird, right? Because it's just weird. It's just weird because I could have sworn that he had black on all of his tips. Like his ears have black on it and his tail, you know what I mean? But apparently nope, just his ears have black, which just seems weird to me, right? But anyways, I guess we could just keep going. Okay, so Fruit of the Loom. I don't know if you ladies are going to be able to connect with this one because I'm pretty sure they only make dude boxers, I think. I don't know. If they do, I don't wear girl underwear, so I don't even know. But I'm assuming that this is probably going to be more for the bros out there, which is probably everyone because I don't think a lot of girls watch the videos. But if you are, just sit back and kind of let the bros talk about this one. So Fruit of the Loom. First off, if you're wearing Fruit of the Loom, switch over to Hanes. We don't do the Fruit of the Loom out here, you know. If you do Fruit of the Loom, I want you to tell me which logo they had on their boxers. So I'm going to pop them up. Which one was it? Did it have the cornucopia behind it, or did it not have the cornucopia behind it? Even though I didn't wear them, I've seen them because I've shopped for boxers before and I've seen their brand everywhere. And if you think it's the one without the cornucopia, you are actually correct. Because it never had a cornucopia. Personally, I thought it did have a cornucopia. I remember like the fruit like coming out of it. I thought so, at least. But apparently, yeah, it's never had a cornucopia. It's only been the fruits. So, if you thought it had the cornucopia, you were wrong. Yo, that's so weird. Okay, here's a Mandela effect for you right now. I had another one that I wanted to show you guys because this one really kind of blew my mind. And it happens to not be in here. I remember putting it in here, but apparently it's not. But anyways, we're going to do that right now, even though I don't have it in the slideshow that I'm using to make this video. But I want to pop up. So, the little squares of cheese, you know, the cracker that everybody loves that are just so good, right? What are they called? Okay, I want you to think about the box. Think about the outside of the box. You know, when you walk by them in the grocery store, the little cheesy squares that everybody loves. You know, cheese. You know, they got, you know what I mean? I think you know what I'm talking about, right? So I want you guys to think about what that looks like. Think about what the box looks like in your mind. And now I'm going to pop up two pictures, okay? Which one is it? Okay, because one of these probably looks really weird to you. And the same thing for me, okay? But if you thought that Cheez-Its had a Z at the end of its, as in like Cheez-Its, apparently no. Apparently it's Cheez-It. Just like a single Cheez-It. No. Because this one, I love Cheez-Its. Everybody loves Cheez-Its. How could we all remember it being spelled cheese? Unless there's someone who don't. But I'm pretty sure everyone's going to remember there being a Z at the end of Cheez-Its. Right? Cheez-Its with a Z at the end. That is the wrong one. That is the wrong one. So apparently it's never had a Z. So I don't know why everybody remembers there being a Z at the end of these. Because there is no Z. Now that we kind of have the examples out of the way. And if some of you guys are kind of like, whoa, you know, that's weird. Or maybe you guys are like, no, I don't remember it being like that. I want to go over why I think it can happen like that. Because just like with Nelson Mandela when he died in prison in the 80s, there was a group of people that didn't remember him dying in the 80s. And then there was a group of people that did remember him dying. And each group was a big amount of people, which is why the Mandela effect is weird, is because so many people have a wrong memory. You know what I mean? I'm sure at least one of these examples that I've shown you, you have probably remembered it the other way. I'm assuming at least one of them, if not all of them. But the reason I think some people will remember and some don't is because this could possibly be proof that there is a such thing as alternate timelines. Little things will be different than how we remember them being from maybe a past lifetime. So, for example, if I remember Cheez-Its with a Z on it, there's a possibility that everyone who remembers Cheez-Its with a Z at the end of it, we all came from the same reality where there was Cheez-Its in store being sold with a Z on them. You see what I mean? And then we somehow came over to this reality for whatever reason. And now there is no Z at the end, so it's just Cheez-It. But we will all have that memory or that feeling of, oh, that's just not right. You know what I mean? That's just not right. I remember it being that way. You know what I mean? Because there's no way really to prove. But so many people remember it being one way. It almost seems kind of weird that it would just be a bunch of people just have this false memory for some reason. So that's what I think. And if, for example, if you're watching this and at none of these, literally none of these, you remember them all normal, like you don't remember the Z, you don't remember the 2 E's and the Febreze, you knew that the Monopoly Man didn't have a monocle, if you didn't think any of these were strange and you remembered them the right way, then there's a possibility that this is your timeline and it's always been your timeline. You know what I mean? So you have never transferred out of this timeline. You know what I mean? Which I'm not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying there's a possibility that the reason you don't remember any of these is because this is the timeline that you've been in for so long. You haven't noticed these changes, or you just have not experienced these changes. And I'm sure there's a big group of people that not all of these resonate with. So I'm sure that there is people who have probably stayed in this timeline in a big chunk, but there's also a really big chunk of people who are going to claim to remember these differences. And that's why I kind of wanted to discuss this, because I think it's weird. I think it's cool and kind of interesting to kind of see how so many people could remember something but be like wrong about it, you know what I mean? Because it just seems a little more than a coincidence, if you ask me. But that's it for today's video, guys. I just wanted to kind of break this down. If you guys have any Mandela effects that you know of, or things that, leave it down in the comments. Let me know, because I love hearing about these, and then I'll let you know if I agree with you or if I remember it being which way, and then we can kind of talk about it, you know. But yeah, if you have any, leave them in the comments. I recommend showing these to your friends or anybody you know and asking them and seeing if they remember them being a certain way, because that could be kind of interesting. You kind of comparing with people, you know. Just ask them, like, bring it up in conversation. Be like, yo, you know, like Cheez-Its? And they'll be like, yeah. And you'll be like, what does the box look like? You know what I mean? They'll kind of be confused, but just see how they answer, and it might be kind of creepy, because you'll realize that a lot of people remember these things wrong, you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's going to be it for today, though. So if you liked it, leave a like, dislike if you're one of those. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're new, please subscribe. It's free and it helps me out and keeps me motivated to keep making more videos, you know. We had 4,000 subscribers on our old channel, and we have like 20 here. So come on, guys, we gotta get back up there. We gotta get back up to 4,000 at least, and then surpass that to 4 million. We went from 4,000 to 4 million. We're going to 4 million, all right? So yeah, help me get to 4 million subscribers, guys. Be much appreciated. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for chilling with me and talking about the Mandela effect. If you guys have any other video suggestions, let me know in the comments. And yeah, love you guys. Peace.